Brad and I did our typical flip the coin to see who was going to be able to take the first shot, that first right of refusal. And as always, I always lose. I think he's got a double-sided coin somehow. We started hunting around. We slipped in on some elk that were in a valley. We got above them. It was perfect setup. Just turning around down there a little bit. See that one bull just stood up?
Yeah. Oh.
Cow's standing up. They're all starting to stand up now.
We got into an exceptional canyon on the ranch, and it's one of Bridger and John's favorite areas to go into. Probably no more than 15 minutes later, here came the very first cows trickling through. And then behind the cows were a couple of bulls.
Yeah. And he's not a big bull.
Yeah.
On all of our elk ranches, we hunt trophy bulls and we hunt management bulls. Age is the most crucial thing. You know, big elk, you're talking 8 to 10 years old.
We think we've seen another bull that looks better, but he's in the timber. We're trying to wait for him to come out. But the strain is more than he can bear. You know, if you want to kill a big bull, you can't shoot the first bulls you see. You gotta have patience. Elk hunting is a deal of patience, so you gotta take your time. Let those bulls get up. Right now, most hunters would run right in there, try to slide off this hill, try to shoot that one bull. He's a good bull, but we've seen a better bull. Just sit tight, relax, just keep glassing, see what happens.
After talking with Bridger and John, we looked at those bulls, and you know, they're good bulls. I mean, I probably wouldn't pass them in a lot of areas, but they felt like there's better bulls, and you know, let's just wait it out a little bit.
See that magpie, Brad, sitting on his butt? They work in conjunction with each other. That magpie will pull out ticks and bugs that's on him. $100 says you can't shoot the magpie off the back. God, that's a pretty bull.
Wind change, wind shift. It smelled us.
Let it go.
Let it go, watch him. You ready? Get over here. Get over here, this valley. Get over here by this valley. Get over here, to the left, to the left. Get over here, watch from over there.
Got it. As luck would have it, the wind switched on us.
And next thing we saw, all those elk running out.
Got cows, more cows.
Comes a bull. There comes, look at that, there's a big bull. There's that big bull. There he is.
Yeah, that's it, man. The wind got us.
Wind, guys. We've been here 2 hours. Everything's set up good. Dang wind.
Well, there's not much you can do about it.
Not much you can do about that. I'm glad you didn't shoot. That's too risky a shot. They're hauling like that, going across there. That's not going to work.
The elk went through, and we got to look at them individually going through there. I got to see the big bull that they were talking about. And at that point, I was kind of locked onto that bull. That's the bull I wanted to take for the rest of the hunt. Got one bull in the group. That's a nice bull.
That's the bull. That's the bull you saw.
Good one, isn't it?
It was a good one. Well, that's why we didn't want to shoot that other bull.
No.
Because you knew that big bull was in that group.
Yep.
He must have been laying just off the edge. If they had gotten up like they normally would have and just kind of fed over this edge a little bit, we were set up for them in here in this little basin, but we got hosed by the wind.
I was just elated about what we saw, and that was the purpose of booking with Tri-State. And we decided to pass on them. You know, we knew there's bigger bulls out here somewhere.
They don't know what, you know, they just smelled something. Yeah. We didn't bust them, they just smelled something. So we just kind of ease out of here and kind of work our way back around. We just kind of have to still hunt in there, go real slow, see if we can, see if we can see them again. We got to find them, see them before they see us. The research that we did here to find out about this outfitter, it's paying off. And you can see it, this morning's results are elk, and more elk. You know, so what's wrong with that? I'm tickled to death with these guys so far. If the rest of the hunt goes like it happened this morning, we're gonna take some nice elk. Next morning we got up, we decided let's have a little different change of plan. We decided to hike the backside of the mountain and try to get above these elk and look down in these fingerling canyons and watch them as they were coming up, trying to see which canyons they were in, trying to isolate a canyon where a big bull was, and hope to see that one that Brad was after. The wind was right that morning. It seemed like the thing to do. We were on top of them, and they really never saw us. What do you think? No, he's a 6 point, but he's about 310.
The elk were bedding real early in the morning. It seemed like you're just chasing them uphill all the time, you know, and they get into that denser cover, and it's just harder to get around them without getting busted.
Get them piled in there. You have no clue we're here?
No.
No.
If you decide to go on a Western hunt and you opt to choose an outfitter, I highly suggest you do lots of research on it. The main thing is you really should listen to your guide. You know, if you're hiring the guy to take you hunting out here, you're hiring him for a reason. It's because he knows the country and he knows the animals. You know, he's experts on that. He lives there. And with Brad, we found two really nice bulls. We'd seen stuff scouting, you know, so we both opted to not kill the bull, and Brad was perfectly okay with that, knowing and trophy hunting a lot, you know, that you've got to turn down the little ones to get a good one.
Tempting.
Oh yeah,
That's
a pretty bull.
It's tempting bull. He's a nice bull. He's tempting, but
not bad. Day 2. Oh yeah, that's a better bull. See him now?
yeah, I can't tell if that's that big bull.
We could hear this one bull in the background. It really had a guttural noise to his bugle. It sounded really raspy, and I said, that's got to be the big bull.
The wind's been busting us, you know, for the last few times we go. So let's just see if we can just slide in somewhere. I think that's the best idea, don't you, Bridget? Yeah. And then see if we can catch them coming down or something. Maybe that'll, you know, a little different, something a little different.
Initially, we'd been kind of looking back, and we could hear a bull bugling in there, a real throaty, mature sounding bull. And we could hear that bull, so we got in the mouth of that canyon.
We were going to slide in there, set up and wait. We didn't have the wind issue. We saw a couple cows start feeding out. Pretty soon another bull, and what really set things off, we heard that big, deep, throaty bull again, right over the ridge in front of us.
I think he'll pop out. Those cows are on that ridge. I think he'll pop out. Right there is what I'm hoping, on the point of that ridge. I'd say let's go ahead and set up.
Just shoot from right here then.
Yeah, let's go ahead and set up and just right across there. I think he'll come out there.
Okay.
Could see a couple of cows way up high early, and then they kind of disappeared, so we just sat up and just waited it out all evening.
Big throaty sounding bulls over in this ridge. We may be one ridge in the wrong spot, but that's just a chance we're going to take tonight. I don't want to be running around here, so I'm just going to sit tight and hope they come to us tonight.
Finally, they fed out on a hillside across from us, totally undisturbed. The big bull, after all the cows had went over, he actually came back out, and I think to make one last circle or something to make sure his cows were all with him.
Right there, there's horse coming up over there, Brad. Over the top of the hill. That's the big bull. That's him. Get ready, Brad.
Buddy.
All right, man. Nice shot. Nice shot. Get ready.
Down.
He went straight down. Watch him.
Unbelievable. That's him, man. That's the bull we've been after.
That is great, Brad. That is great.
We held out, man.
Yep, you did good.
We showed up right up over the top, and we were fading light, and we had one opportunity to take him, and that's what we decided to do.
Good job, buddy.
Man, look at that. Unbelievable. Thanks, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll give you 8 just because I'm good guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But he was a 7.
Yep.
Doing a little fighting. How about that, buddy? Now that's the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Yep.
Pass up the smaller bulls and shoot the big bulls.
As you're walking up to a trophy like that and you see those horns and there's no ground shrink, this bull just got bigger. And the closer you got to him, the bigger he looked, the more impressive his main beams were, his points. Just an exceptional bull. I was walking about 3 feet off the ground.
Well, I think all our research turned out perfect, didn't it?
Yeah, you did a lot of hard work, and your hard work and your effort really paid off.
Now, it's Steve's turn to be the trigger man.
I was walking down here and saw a freshly rubbed tree. They'll get in here. I found a little shed here. They get in here and they rake the bark off. That's what gives them the color. They fight these trees. They're honing their horns. They get resistance from these little saplings and trees. So getting ready for the rut. And as you'll see soon, those points prove to be deadly. Here's a really nice bull that got into a fight and he lost. Those sharp dagger-like points, as you can see, somehow he was poked. You can see through his shoulder there, got into his lungs, and he died. That's what happens in the wild. That's reality. They fight, the dominant bulls win. They win to be able to breed with the cows, survival of the fittest. Unfortunately for this bull, he just became food for the food chain. I couldn't have been happier for my best buddy, but of course he always does this to me. He wins the coin toss, he kills the big animal, now the pressure is back on me. And it was my turn to get out and get after it.
Those bulls are going right through that little tight chute right there. All I see is satellite bulls right now, but I think that herd's there because I've been hearing them bugling.
Back here, that real throaty bull.
Yeah.
They might have already beat us down to the
They
metal.
could have, because I'm just seeing satellites right now. Let's get down there and we'll set up on the edge of that chute. And we'll see, we'll be ready. It's going to be quick if we do, but we might get a shot. Due to wind issues, we weren't able to set up below the elk like we'd like for Steve's bull. And so we come in the ridge behind them and in hopes that they would be fed out underneath of us. And we actually got into some pretty tight country and spotted kind of a bachelor herd of satellite bulls in there. Once they got done going through there, pulled up from there, and we walked on down further.
As we were easing down the hill, Bridger stopped us immediately, said, get ready. There's a little narrow view of an open meadow, and these elk started funneling through it.
Right there out in that park. Why don't you set up on that rock, Steve, right there, and I think you'll get you a good rest. We got a really good setup and out above them right there, but they had fed out away from us, and we got set up there, and they were over 400. You know what? He's over 400 right now. Steve, let's try to cut some yardage off of this. Let's ease back around.
We thought we might be able to slide down through these cedars and through the trees if we're real quiet, slip in there. I said, that's a good idea, let's do it. We got into a really great thick place of cedars, had a good rest, laid down. The problem was, all these elk were bunched up.
He's about 330 yards.
Okay, come on now.
Yeah, just wait till he clears those cows. Good problem, but a bad problem. There was so many elk in there, and they're so ready, they're charging around and pushing each other, and he's trying to keep his cows bunched up real bad. It was a little difficult letting that bull clear. That's, real important. You want to make sure that there's nothing behind him or in front of him, or another elk that could potentially get hit. He'll clear in just a second. All right, got him. He steps out in the middle of the family. Good shot. There, he's down. Good shot. All right. Good shot, good shot. Yeah. It's a heck of a bull.
Yeah, baby. I knew he was a big bull. I couldn't have been happier, but Brad once again lucked out and beat me by a couple points. Nice, big
Good
six. Thanks, man.
Good one. Fantastic.
Nice, look at this.
Wow.
Big six, beautiful bull. He's been rubbing, look at it, rutting good in the wall. Look at all that mud caked on him.
Yep.
You can smell him, he's rutting hard. That's that one smell, elk smell, man. Everybody knows that smell of a urinating, rutting bull elk.
And he's huge, Steve. I mean, his
Got-
body on this
Oh
bull
my
is
gosh, he's got a
incredible.
huge body. Look at this rack. Yeah, that's my kind of bull.
This hunt turned out exceptional. We did a lot of research. We decided where to go, who to go with, what part of the country to make this happen at, and we both did it. I mean, we both took exceptional bulls. I'm just elated with the way it turned out.
Do your research. Make sure you talk to the guides, the outfitters, the clients that were successful, the clients weren't successful. Hopefully you too can have a great expedition.